Yo, what up? This is Bro Sharks. We'll get to this later. So this is a video log, a vlog of my web log, the blog, about how Gemini totally transformed my life in about over the course of about a year. It's been like a year and a half now. I took notes. There's a blog post that you can check out as well. But this is a cool story, and it flows straight into the Bro Sharks perfectly. I didn't set it up to be this way. Just okay. Bro Sharks is a friend. He does designs. He does AI stuff. He does all this stuff. And when he was messing around with ChatGPT or something, it came up with Bro Sharks, and he went ahead and made merch for it. He has the ability to print merch and make merch and all this stuff. So we'll circle around back to that at the end. So let me just start out front. Like, I want you to use AI. This is my sales pitch in a kind of project way. But when I say project, it doesn't have to be necessarily money or anything. It could be whatever your mind comes up with. But as you'll see from the story, I didn't know how to use or what to do with AI for a long time before I did anything interesting. So it's like the sooner you get started messing around, being confused, the sooner you'll get to interesting. That's the moral of this story. The moral is just coming straight up front. So what got me to start paying for AI is and I'll just give you numbers so you know. I have a marketing guru guy I've been following a long time, and he came out with a thing where he's like, oh, I'll show you how to write marketing stuff with AI, blah blah blah. The course was $700, and I'm like, I'm in. I need to figure this AI stuff out, and I learned a lot of stuff. And I had a marketing project to work on, a friend's project, but his thing fell through. So then I didn't really have anything to market. I started making things around like the 108 and Flowism, but I didn't I'm not trying to do that really just yet. So once that faded, I didn't cancel my paid Gemini. I kept it. So when I kept it, the first thing I did, and I did this for probably a month or more. All I was doing was making memes, and I was trying to get Gemini to make its own strange custom memes, and I was doing all this crazy prompting to get it to pick something random, but it was hard to get it to do random. And then I found out I could run Python inside of ChatGPT, which was weird. And then so the first time I ever coded anything with Python, it's because I wanted to to make a custom meme, and I'm coming up with random numbers. Anyway, I spent a lot of time making memes. And then I can find the subreddit. I don't think I posted much of anything in there. I made a subreddit called AI memes or something. And then I was, I was like, yeah, I'm going to post a meme a day. And you know how it is. If you don't know how it is, this is how it is. So I eventually transitioned from that to try to do something more cerebral, more logical. One of the things I did, and then I was using everything. I was using Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini. I was only paying for ChatGPT, but I was using all of them to battle with each other sometimes. I had them do logic battles, and the logic battles got weird because they turned into this weird esoteric story about an alien species, and if this judge did this and the death penalty this, but what if this happened? And it got crazy. I thought about I need to expand this into a book. It got wild. I also tried to make something that was like a document with all the something about misinformation. I made all these different documents, did all this stuff. So I went from memes to but this stuff was it's not that it was pointless, but it was kind of pointless. It wasn't attached to making money. It wasn't attached to. It was just personal. Like the memes were just personal. The having AI battle personal. I think I'm not sure, but I think what got me to sign up for Gemini is my like I was running out of space in the Google in Google Drive, like the 100 gigs, like I was running out because of video and whatever, and I didn't feel like cleaning it. And Gemini comes with you could either say Gemini comes with storage or storage comes with Gemini. I don't know which way it goes, but I ended up getting Gemini because I needed the storage. And it went from 2 terabytes up to 5 terabytes recently, so I'm good on storage for a long time. But at some point, I'm paying for ChatGPT and Gemini. And then, after all that, I was like, I need to come up with a project for like a real project, something that like really gets my hands dirty. I do a real thing in the real world. And what I came up with was doing an AI and English class. So I pitched it to my bosses, and then they approved it. And then I was in charge of making the curriculum and the program for an 8-week AI and English seminar, or a seminar, not seminar, but a class like for the summer. And it ended up being really cool. Like I should publish the books I made. I mean, they're not mine, but I have the PDFs somewhere. But what I ended up doing with that class, which was really fun, is I let the students make a character of their own. So they described it, what kind of animal it was, whatever. They made a character. And then each week, the character would go on a different adventure, and I'd make the images. I'd make custom images for their character being on an adventure. And then each week, we would like the story would kind of continue. Sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes it'd be just like fresh stuff. And it ended up being really cool. Like I had a lot of fun, and I learned a lot. Like I learned a lot. Gemini was great at helping me make these. I basically made the books were the lesson plans, but like Gemini was great at doing that. But it still ended up being a lot of work. Like I have to edit it, I have to check it all, I have to and I was making custom prompts, and I was doing all this stuff. It ended up being way more work because like they were making. I was working with another guy who was editing the books. I'd send him the pictures and the text. And they were printing out books and giving these kids books every week just because parents expect books. But it would have been better if the class, like, we didn't need books. And the whole class, it was online. I did it inside a ChatGPT or inside a Gemini. Like I'd make a prompt that would make like not a test, like little games and stuff where like the prompt, I'd put it in and then it'd be like, give me the name of something or give me something, and then we make something and we go make a picture. It was a good time. But what was cool with that is that I took, that $700 that I spent and the $20 a month or whatever, I got all that back over the summer. Like I got all that back and some over the summer. So like that initial investment to get me using and my friend's course, it was great because it showed me, like, everybody, even now you'll hear people be like, oh, AI can't write, AI can't write, AI can't write. He showed me how, like, yes, AI can write, and it's, you basically you can take different people and like write like this guy, but like this guy, and then you can make a whole prompt so like I learned something where people were saying AI can't do this thing, and it can do that thing. And again, it's not doing all the writing. You're like, that's good. I didn't think of that. Oh, let me put that. So that was real nice. But yeah, I got all my money back from that. So that course, like, it eventually basically paid for itself. I got like double or triple that. And then, so that's the AI course. Then I started, it was over the summer while I was doing this course, my wife was traveling, and I decided, like, hey, I'm gonna eat healthy and do one meal a day. And I never cooked. Like, my whole life, I've never cooked, more than 2 days in a row. Like really, like I've definitely never cooked for a week in a row. But I took my no knowledge of cooking. I went and took pictures of, like, we got different ovens and an air fryer, and I took pictures of all the stuff I had. And I told Gemini, like, hey, I wanna eat healthy and easy and cheap, and it gave me a basic ass recipe that I could recycle with different meats and different seasonings, and I like cooked every day. You know, I cooked every day, like, because it's interesting thinking about. There's many times I've wanted to tackle cooking in my life. Like, maybe familiar with Tim Ferriss's 4 Hour Chef. I had that book, that big ass book. Never read it. But there's all YouTube videos like, oh, here's easy whatever for whatever. But like, or like with Gemini, I was like, this is what I have. This is what I want to do. How do I do it? And it was like, go get these vegetables, chop these vegetables, go pick up this exact meat. And then, like, I'd get to the grocery store, here, 46 years old, I'm taking pictures of meat, like, I don't know is this the right meat? I'm freaking out, Gemini. tell me if I'm getting the right meat. And it was great. So then cooking, that was a big transformation. And then, like, where I'm getting to, the hugest transformation. So you guys know about Milltown Kid, on the blog. I didn't write it like that, but like, I set up an email address for my website, my blog, and to test it, I logged into my Milltown Kid email address for some reason on Gmail, and instead of just writing like, "Oh, does this work?" I wrote this long ad like, "Bitch, you ain't talked to me in forever. What the fuck's your problem? I'm dope." I don't know what I wrote. It was some shit like, I went off, and then I'm in my email like, "Yo, bro, long time no see. I'm sorry." Like, dude, it was just crazy. The back and forth was insane, but it felt insane at the time. But then again, dude, I threw this into Gemini like, "Dude, Gemini, what is this? This is crazy. I thought I had this all figured out." And then Gemini is like, "You need internal family systems, baby," the style of therapy. And just to describe it quickly, internal family systems, the idea is that everyone has an internal family of many different parts, and you do what you need to do to be able to have conversations with these parts. And that's like, it feels like a style of therapy that'd be weird for a lot of people because they're talking to themselves when they're talking to these parts. But it was easy for me. I'm just like, "Yo, guy, what are you? Oh yeah. So Gemini tells me about internal family systems. I end up creating this whole ass document, like many documents about how I'm going to do therapy and what the plan is and whatever. One of the things I had is I made a prompt for each day for like 35 days or something, that like, oh, I'll do this prompt. But so day one comes and I do the prompt, and immediately I'm like, oh, the prompt for day two is stupid. I just need to ask it to make me a new prompt, which was cool. So I threw that out, and then it was just giving me a new prompt every day. And then one day, man, it was like a perfect storm. I was like talking to the revolutionary Black Panther part of me, and I was like deep with that. And then my friend sent me this thing about like capitalism, and you need the capitalism better, and like all these things like came together, and I think he was trying to be funny, like, I don't know, but I exploded. I sent a message: "Don't fucking message me. Don't call me. You can send me," like, that email address I set up. "You can send me an email there. Like, that's it. Done." And I've never snapped like that before. No therapist has gotten like Gemini fucking with internal family systems got me in. So after that, I had a protocol in place for if this happens. Like, Gemini was like, "This might happen, bro." So there was a protocol in place and it happened. It was like, to get a therapist, like, take a break, do this, do that. So I ended up finding this therapist, and she's so funny. Like, we're like so opposite. Like, she's like I'm getting older too, but she's an older than me Taiwanese woman who knows nothing about the U.S., knows nothing about the Black experience. Like, my desire was like, I'm gonna get a biracial, black biracial dude from the U.S. who's like my age, who we can like really vibe with, who I can vibe with. But instead, I got an older Taiwanese woman. But she ended up being awesome because she, I found her specifically because she did internal family systems. She's like level 2, and then there's like a level 3, and she wants to get the level 3. So when we spoke, it was just straight up systems work. You know what I mean? Like I told her once, there's a chance, likely, that Jeffrey Dahmer was stalking me once when I was young, and I was trying to tell her about this, and she was like, "Who?" I was like, and then I like got the Chinese name. She was like, I don't know. Like, and they're like, that stopped being a thing. Maybe like the first few sessions, I'd like, hey, this thing. She'd be like, no. So then I just stopped, and it's so it's just pure framework. So just to recap, right? Like, Gemini got me paid, got all my money back. Gemini got me cooking. Gemini got me doing therapy, and then like in the midst of therapy, I had a manic, full blown out manic episode, and because like I didn't do this on purpose, like it wasn't planned. Like now I'm cognizant of it, but the internal family systems really helped me get through this manic episode. Like it really, like I was able to see different parts and bring parts in when I needed them. Like for example, when I went and taught, like I was like, can't be no more spirit stuff. Gotta bring the teacher in. The teacher is here. Okay, we're doing teacher stuff now. Like so, like internal family systems, which Gemini got me set up on and got me on that path. Like obviously I did the work, but like I've never heard of this before. And no one's told me like, Casey, man, with all that Milltown Kids stuff and Milltown Kids Z, and you got the attain maintain thing you made, and like, oh, and then you associate like no one was like, yo, you should try this. Gemini did it. So that got me through the manic episode. And the other thing is I had 2 chats. One chat was just me throwing like, because when I'm manic, but I think this is like a normal manic thing. Well, mine manifests with spirit stuff, and I'll get into projects or whatever. But the spirit stuff will get weird. You'll see connections like everywhere. Everywhere there's a connection. But like I had Gemini, so I was like big stuff I throw in there, like, oh, what is this? What do you think of this? What about this? And it'd be like, nah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's something. Oh, you should go to, like, but I who knows if it was right or wrong, but I had something that could take all my, all the stuff that I gotta get out. So that was good. And then the other thing, the temple project, which I guess I'm working on the website for that now. Anyway, the temple project, I had a chat with Gemini as I'm trying to figure it out, as I'm trying to figure out what to do, how to, what the approach should be, and it's crazy because this is crazy. I bought bolt cutters. I feel like getting them because I bought bolt cutters to cut off all the locks on the temple. There was like five or six. And I posted it on Facebook because I just post everything on Facebook. And a friend's wife was like, dude, you should go talk to the Lijiang. Lijiang is like the kind of not neighborhood level, but like step above neighborhood level government official. I knew where his office was. I went to the office and I'm like, yo, I want to go clean out this temple. I'm gonna put Tootie Gong. Tootie Gong's like he's like the local boss god. Yeah, I'm gonna put him there. It's gonna be dope. Like I'm speaking to these grandmas. Dude, does that say 19 minutes? Goddamn, son. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for being on this journey with me. But like, so I'm like, I'm gonna put Tootie Gong there. There's these 3 amas. Amas are like grandmas. And they're all like, yeah, do that. That's dope. And I'm like, I'm so hyped, I probably message Gemini all hyped, like, yeah. Then I get a phone call later and they're like, someone's like from the office like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, dang. And then the next day I'm like gathering all these there's government stuff at the temple and all this stuff. And I'm like organizing all this stuff because I want to make a case that I should be able to do this. And then I put it in Gemini like, yo, I should make a blog post just about this. But I'm like, should I go take this temple? Or I'm like, should I take the temple? Should I go to the office and show them my, the pictures and stuff I took? And Gemini was basically like, no, fuck that. They're just gonna say no. You got the spirit, you got the gods say yes, the spirits, you got the amas, you're good. So like that day I went and fucking busted off all the locks. That's a whole story. That's getting out of the context. Like police came. That's out of the context of there. So Gemini, like, dude, I don't have the money to. I guess I kind of do, but like I would just pay for a lifetime membership to Gemini. Like boom, or if the price goes up for Gemini, I don't care because getting through a manic episode is worth so much money to me. It costs me so much money. Like I stop working, I lose work, I just like depressed. Gemini legitimately was a primary factor for me being able to get through the manic episode. And then just to wrap up, and then we'll get back to Bro Sharks. No, I'm gonna pull a card too. Fuck it, man. It doesn't matter. Fucking podcast level shit over here. But like for this current 108 cycle, Gemini talked me out of drinking alcohol, so I'm not drinking alcohol, and talked me into doing this interpersonal social rhythm therapy, which is this thing where you just keep your like biological clock like on point. Because I guess it's specifically for people with bipolar 1, because I guess their clocks like are really sensitive. So I take my meds at 10:30 every night now, and I wake up at 8 o'clock, 8:01, 108, 8 o'clock or earlier every day. And then Gemini's helping me with writing. Help me write this the blog post that this is connected to. Now the Bro Shark thing, dude, my guy here, he's been all up into Claude Code and this, and like I've seen him automate where he's like, hey, make me a blog post about whatever and get a picture and make a picture that's this and that, and then watch. I see it, and it just went out and fucking, like made the blog post and whatever. Just that's all he said. Just made the blog. So he's been trying to get me. He's been trying to put me on to doing this kind of stuff and automating stuff and setting up web stores and whatever. And since I have him as a resource, I'm doing that. And I'm wearing the Bro Shark shirt because this morning I set up Claude, and I just finished setting it up where you hook it up to Telegram, and I just wrote, "Are you online?" And it wrote back like, "Who am I? Who are you? We need to pick out a name for me." And all like that's it. That's all I've done. Now I'm gonna be messing with that for the rest of today. But just to speak on using Claude and AI agents, I feel I'm prepared for a similar kind of journey as I was with the standard LLM AI stuff, where I started while I was manic. I started a project. I started a website. I'll put it in the link. I started a website for the temple, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make all this temple merch. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then I had to be like, no, but I'm gonna go ahead and make that my project for using AI agents. And I'm still using. I have it connected to Google, so I'm using Gemini still as I use OpenClaw. And so that journey, like what I'm saying about that journey is same thing like where I like picked memes or just gotta do something. I'm just gonna do something with the OpenClaw, and since I have that project, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna pull a card, dude. I don't give a fuck about time. Do you give a fuck? If you give a fuck about time, you can head out now. If you gave a fuck about time, you wouldn't be here right now. No, we gotta light. You can't. I want you. You gotta be. Let's see am I gonna light my hands on fire? There we go. Oh, look at that. My shit must be dirty. And we'll get this smoky. And I picked the Elemental Alchemist deck because it's the most modern kind of deck that I have. Uh, it's the most modern deck that I have. Oh, I didn't take it out of the box. And since we're talking about AI shit, I figured we'd do something modern. That looks kind of cool though. I was on the phone all day. I thought I wiped the sweat off, but clearly I didn't. Um, like mixing. I guess I kind of like. I didn't even think about this as I'm doing this, but like, I am talking about fucking AI and OpenClaw. OpenClaw is like kind of the newest shit. Um, so I'm getting back into my. I guess I'm always in my tech bag. Um, but like mixing the most modern, you know, the most modern. You can see that card. The most modern fucking thing going on right now. AI agents with like one of the oldest things, uh, which is divination. This is just divination, man. Divination. Like if you start fucking with it, if you're on Android, if I'm on Android, where I really got deep and got good at divination was using the I Ching. I think that's the tones. I was like using it daily, or I was using it for like every time I had something where I wasn't sure what to do, I'd use it, and the shit, it just works. Like you don't need to think about how it works. Like don't worry about whether you're actually communing with the ancestors or the spirits, or it's just your brain making connections based off of the input from whatever you get. Doesn't matter. Like just like try it. Like the shit's crazy. All right, we're gonna keep this card. All right, here. Let's see. What do we got? Bam. What is that? I don't know what that is. Can't see it. Dishonesty. What? What a card to pull. I don't even know how to respond to that card. What is dishonest? What's going on? Uh, what comes to mind is being on Telegram. Like I use Telegram to communicate with OpenClaw, and there's like so many scams on there. Like you put this, you need to use a user account on there to set shit up, but then there's all these fake accounts with like the same name. Go. I'll read this and then we'll get out and have a nice 30-minute video. Dishonesty is rooted in fear. The fear is rooted in insecurity, avoidance, vulnerability, and control. Lies, no matter how white, racial programming, or insignificant, I like this deck, this is a black ass deck, or insignificant they may seem, breed disloyalty. Whether you are lying to yourself or others, or someone is being dishonest with you, a secret is at hand. The secret is given power and weight by the act of concealing it. Accumulated falsehoods and deceptions can show their impact to your health, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Be wary of people, spaces, jobs, professions, careers that encourage fabrications and do not call you out when you fib. While it can feel easier to defend one's actions than honestly examine them, know that the admissions require courage. Step out from behind the deceitful smokescreen we tend to lean on just to justify being misleading. Being candid and genuine immensely raises personal and collective vibrations, allowing us to more accurately reflect and grow truthfully in our identity. Do your words and actions match and conspire in alignment? Do you engage with others and enter spaces as all of you, or only show parts of the whole? Do you really know what the outcome will be if you are truthful? Take action. Make decisions based on what you truly think and feel. Own up. And only commit to what you really want to do. What does that say? Dishonesty? That was a strong card. Man, I guess, thinking about it, especially my energy rises and I start getting into like project mode, I guess for me that's like being focused and knowing, actually this is good. This is good. Actually, this is really good for what I'm getting into with OpenClaw. Because with this agent stuff, I'm gonna have the ability to do, you know, a lot of different stuff if I want to, and have a lot of different things going on, and it could be really easy to allow myself to get pulled into kind of things that aren't honest to what I really want to do and what I'm about. So yeah, gotta keep that in mind while we're doing AI. Stay honest with yourself. All right, brothers and sisters, thank you for coming to the end of this journey, this video blog journey. There'll be some links in the description. Peace.